Okay, was it? 3 minutes?
3 minutes. It's the screen.
And I see a lot of 1 or 2 word answers. If you have a short phrase, a professional does this, or a professional does not do this. I mean, these are great too. It's funny to.
It's funny we add commas to our answers, so it's like we have like one answer, comma, another answer.
That's right.
Well, if they're disjoint, maybe hit enter and then do it again.
Okay.
But if they're related, because I'm trying to say an answer can be as long as it needs to be, but if you have multiple answers, maybe put them in multiple times.
Alberto, you can reflect back on my professionalism with you this morning and not responding in time. So you can put that on there.
One minute. I still see writing, and I'm gonna stop it. Everybody good? Alright, let's disclose those results. Alright, good stuff. So now we're going to the second part of the activity, in which you're gonna reflect on 30 responses. Let's move some, maybe breakout rooms for 20 minutes. And you're gonna reflect on the ones that you have put so far. Let's come to an agreement of top 5 that your group wants to carry on. The idea is that we're gonna actually do the same activity in an hour for the second session on Thursday, and the third session. We're gonna compile and distill this list in which everybody's gonna adhere to. And next year, actually, we're gonna bring this list and say, like, hey, this is the list that our students compiled last year. Let's build on it. We wanna modify something, we wanna change something there, maybe drop some, maybe adhere to some new ones. So basically, we're creating the laws of a new culture of professionalism within the program. Yeah, so if you're ready, just going to.
Oh, sure.
If there are any questions I wanted to do differences on.
One logistical thing as you go into the breakout rooms, you won't be able to see the screen. So the
Let's figure out how to export.
You can do export in English. So we'll, yeah, maybe you all think about grabbing a screenshot.
Hi, good morning. How can I help you today? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling about your trash pickup service. I'm looking for the owner or the person in charge of what.
List.
Simon, you can see Dr. Aula's screen on Teams right now. So you can just do it for the screen.
Can you just scroll down just a tad? That's
Yes, do you take the first image?
not yet.
Okay, scroll up. Okay. First image.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see which one is this. Second image.
Yeah.
Third image. So magic explodes.
Okay, ready to go? Okay, I'm gonna send you the rooms and maybe we'll send you an image along with your stuff.
I sent some screenshots on the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. $32. Awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Sup, Allison? How's it going? I thought my mic was on. I was speaking to nothing. What's up, guys?
I can pull it from here. Yeah. Oh, what can you see? Okay. So, what one stood out to you?
For me, I really like ethics.
I like adaptability.
That's a good one too. That's a very good one.
They were talking about it. You could have the knowledge on subject and be able to do that. Being able to learn about anything is a good skill to have.
I agree. Reliability. That's also a really good one.
Yeah.
Reliability?
Not be reliable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, your teammates have to know if you're gonna show up or not, and how much effort you're gonna put in. And yeah.
Okay. I think reliability also ties in with being honest with yourself and your teammates.
Which comes to ethics as well.
Yeah.
Punctuality.
Right.
Ooh. Just being like well spoken and well versed in like the subject you're talking about in order, to convey like your ideas that you have to other people and into your team. So I guess that ties into being like presentable is also important. Conciseness.
I wrote open to different ideas and backgrounds because not everyone that you work with will be the same.
Yeah, encouraging and supportive and bringing good energy
Yeah.
to whatever you're doing. Because if you have a negative attitude right off the bat, it's not going to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish. If you're excited about something and have that good energy, then that'll help you. Ooh, accountability.
I completely calculated.
Oh yeah, I guess we need our 5. What did we say? We said
Punctuality, ethics,
adaptability.
adaptability.
We said integrity. Did we say that one?
I think integrity, yeah, that's a really good one too. What do you
Mutual.
think?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I like mutual respect as well.
Shit.
I
That's
think
interesting.
mutual.
Initiative. Ooh. Be honest. Problem solver. Interpersonal skills. Results. Maybe like driven or goal oriented or I don't know, something along the line. I guess that's kind of like accountability, knowing that you will do your job and contribute. So I don't know what else you want to put.
I think yeah, currently we have
Humility.
ethics, punctuality, adaptability, mutual respect, and accountability. I think those are like, they tie up a lot of these information.
Yeah.
Summarize them and break them down to one word.
A desire to implement a good effort. That's kind of funny. Who's turn?
I think one of them that I put was being presentable.
Yeah, I put something like that too. Maybe we could add, yeah, like kind of punctuality, just being overall, if you're well spoken, just being presentable in general, and like kind of like interpersonal skills, how you interact with those around you. That's kind of just being punctual.
Yeah.
Maybe like, openness to new ideas. Do we have something like that? Adaptable, I guess.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's open to new ideas and then backgrounds.
Yeah.
I think those are the ones that really come up for BME, you know, like if you have those, you do
There's
good.
Yeah, that ties into having like good energy too. And being positive.
You know, since it is BME, I kind of wanted to bring something in for like,
Which one?
or it's, there's not really one, but it's like I'm not sure how to say it.
Okay. I like conciseness. That's also like punctual. Being
Straight.
straightforward. Oh, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Straightforward. Maybe like well versed. That's what comes to mind.
Yeah. I need to learn that concise. I'm not concise at all.
1 minute.
Adaptive.
Humility, maybe goes with for being accountable.
Yeah.
So it's you have to also kind of admit when you're wrong. You can't just, I'm right all the time.
Yeah. Being open. empathy, energy, discipline. Ooh, that's good. That's like hardworking, driven, accountable. It's the same type of thing.
Ability to consider time.
Know how. What does that mean? Like, you know it, know your stuff.
Yes.
I love that phrase, a desire to implement a good effort. It's funny. It's like driven.
Yeah.
A fancy way. Maybe organized. Organization. That goes with like
Yeah.
punctual, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so test.
Okay, first of all,
Yep.
I want to celebrate the people in the room. This is the first time we did breakout rooms. People did not run out of breaks. And so that means you were prepared, headphones, you had your technology game on, and look how much time it saved. Which is so nice job, in-person people. All right, next time.
Okay, so this is for ground zero. We actually got our faculty together and came up with. Well, that's. I'm going to edit live for you guys coming. If we find something that is here but we want to remodel it a little bit, then it's totally fine. This is your document. This is stage 0 right now. We're gonna go to stage 1 with your input. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
All right, go ahead. What do you think is still?
So, yeah.
We had ethics as the first one. So being the wrong decisions that you make and doing the right thing for your team and for whatever project or company you're working for.
Awesome. So, guess what? We also have this first ethics, professional ethical behavior. I'm gonna link later. Dr. E, you wanna go a little bit on what does that mean? And that link?
Yeah, that's the National Society of Professional Engineers, NSPE. It's the canons, if you will, the laws or the policies that govern our professional behavior as engineers. I always refer to it as our Bible. If you ever are in an ethical situation and you're trying to figure out what is the ethical thing to do, go to that link and you'll probably be able to find your situation in that.
Awesome.
And
In my opinion, being an engineer is first and foremost an ethical profession. So.
And the key there that Dr. just said is ethics. I mean, we hope you think long and hard about ethics, but ethics is not fundamentally your opinion. We're engineers, we love requirements and specifications, we love being able to look things up. Guess what? You can do that for ethics too. That's what that link is. I had a chance this last summer to teach the ethics course. Everybody's required to take an ethics course. Has anybody taken it yet? All of our engineers have. It's in the final study. Undergraduate plan. Very common. You can take it as an elective. Anybody taking it? Okay, well anyway, get excited. It's a whole semester on ethics and some really interesting situations where you maybe read it initially and you think, oh, this is easy, and then you go, oh, wait a minute. So, anyway.
Alright, number 2.
Oh, so our second good. Well, next we got up on this. We have punctuality. Punctuality. Be acceptable, well spoken,
Yep.
and interpersonal with each other.
Let's maybe highlight them when.
Yes.
What else? Let's challenge Dr. Alma to see how best you can fit?
We had adaptability, so kind of what you guys said before, like being able to learn new knowledge and use what you already know and be open to everything else.
So it's odd and so we had like skill to embrace new knowledge.
Well, that's kind of what Victor said earlier too, right? There's a way you want to do the project, but then there's the way the team or the client wants the project done. Good.
Impressive.
And then we also have mutual respect. So being open to new ideas and backgrounds of other people, kind of respecting each other too.
We're too good.
Yes. Treat each other with respect. Like,
Yeah.
Can I add a point? Can I add a point?
Yes, please do.
Okay, there's one okay. There's one desire to implement a good effort. Desire to implement a good effort. I think this one was a catching one.
desire to
Implement a good effort. Implement a good effort.
you wanna elaborate that?
Okay, I think we are, when implementing projects as a team, I think everyone should be willing to participate and or put the best foot forward, for the implementation of the project, and effort should be equally distributed to each and every team member.
Like
So, Alberto, I'm afraid Dr. E uses a lot of good faith effort. Does that sound similar to what you're describing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we have good faith efforts, but let me see. I don't remember.
No, I read the list. I think Alberto has identified one we needed. Thank you. Yeah.
Yesterday,
I like that.
do you guys
I like that one.
Accountable was our last one. So being reliable and I guess like hardworking, knowing you're gonna do your job.
I like the word reliable. Alice said too.
It's so reliable and like I have one for attending class on a regular basis. It kind of relates to it. Let's do the one.
Yeah, reliability, accountability, reliability. I like that.
I'm actually gonna. Oh, that's good. Alright.
Sure. So the initial first one on this is integrity, which relates to reliability and accountability, but it has another dimension to it as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the word integrity.
So at first I was going to say integrity. I see that very similar to ethical. Let's think about any differences between ethical and integrity.
I think we have the elements of integrity on this list. We already have ethics and honesty, accountability, reliability. But I think integrity relates to the mindset that you have when going into projects, when going into putting in this work. Like these are all, we have a lot of the elements on there, but integrity is the total like sense of self.
So some people simplify the definition for integrity as doing what you're supposed to do, even when no one is looking. Yeah, so ethics is like some lay down like not to follow. But then when you have integrity, even if it is inconvenient for you to follow, you still follow.
I got that sentence from have a holistic integrity, have a holistic mindset, doing what you're supposed to do, even when nobody's looking.
One boss of mine also said how to painstakingly go through every process. So yeah, sometimes it's not convenient, but you still have to.
I think maybe we could say integrity is to adhere of the ethic and also follow the regulation. I think that's more like the integrity.
Can you read that again,
Okay,
Terry? It
it's
was
hard
hard
to
to
hear
hear
you.
you.
Oh, well, I think integrity is more related to adhere the ethic and or you follow the ethic or follow the regulation. So you have the professional ethic as a professional engineer, but the integrity is you have to follow it. You have to adhere to it.
Right.
I think that's more the.
I'm actually gonna put it like a 6 number second, so it relates to it. But I really like what points you have to add to that. So I'm actually like items I think to. What else?
So we had accountability, which is already on the list, and then the next one would be empathy. And we as engineers are very
Yeah. And you wanna treat others like maybe that was my mind. Well, I have added empathy. Can you wanna elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Empathy is closely related to being merciful, but then there's a big difference. With being merciful, you feel the pain for others, but you don't act. But when you have empathy, you feel the pain and you act towards providing solution.
I like what you said on that because a good engineer, one that's effective, really can put themselves in somebody else's shoes and try to experience their life because that informs your design. I like that a lot. This is just, this is making me happy. This is good stuff.
What else?
communication.
Awesome.
That skill is extremely important for both working within groups and being able to understand the needs of others. The two-way street, being able to navigate both ways, makes someone extremely effective at anything they do when it comes to professionalism, even just engine better.
So
I like it.
we have two for communication. Um, and I want to add to what the ones we have with your input on that. So we have the rule 1/x, which you will practice here, is that when presenting a project, everybody in the group gets to talk. And it's an equal amount of minutes for everybody. So if your group is 3 people and you have 10 minutes, well, everybody's gonna talk for 3 minutes and some. So everybody is included, everybody is part of the team as equal members. And then we have responding to emails and chats on a turnaround of less than 24 hours. I don't think you guys were very specific, but I want to add to what you guys put. What did you want to repeat what you said about communication?
So it's a very important skill. So and even in the handbook, which is the principle for project managers, the book that they use for their ethics, they rate communication as the highest skill for every project manager. But without it, nothing gets done. So it's a very detailed where you have to even structure a communication plan with your stakeholders, find their communication needs, what time they want you to chat with them, and what mode. So some people love, different types of mode of communication. If someone loves email and you keep sending SMS, email reply in time. And there's a whole channel of communication where you find the channel number of channels to communicate. Aside that, there is a way of communicating where you encode and you make sure that the sender makes sure that the receiver receives and understands it, and then there is a responsibility on the part of the receiver to make sure that he let the sender know that he has received the message. So this is very important, and it's even tied here that we have to respond. So responding is a way of letting the sender know that you have received the message. So even if you have not yet attended to the message, you can just let the sender know that I've gotten it. I'll get back to you later or later. Yeah.
Is everybody okay with less than 24 hours?
Yes, yes.
So I have to fess up on the 24-hour getting back to people. That's what I apologized to Alberto this morning because he's been trying to get a hold of me, and I said I own that. I should have done it, and that was not professional of me. So, Alberto, you can wave your finger at me now, just like that.
Wait, Dr. Hayward, I thought being professional meant never admitting you're wrong. Isn't that on our list?
Well, it's number 6. You need to be honest.
Here's kind of what I think about that, Ryan. I said, if I didn't admit when I was wrong, I'd never have anything to say.
I like it.
Do you still have any left?
Last one is just mutual respect. We've already discussed that.
Yes, I'm going to be with the respect somewhere, right?
Yes, yeah. It's that.
Yeah, I'm good. Treat each other with respect.
Very good.
Is there any that didn't make it top 5 that you felt like really had to be there?
Result oriented and being a team player.
I'm close to team player. Result oriented.
I'm wondering if I like those words. I'm wondering if we can put those next to, for example, reliable. Sounds very similar to results oriented. Did those go together on that line, Collins, or do you difference?
I think it can be there. It is closely related to.
It is close, but reliable. I mean, we are reliable to deliver. Result oriented is
O que foi, né, Mer? Tá miando aí por quê? O que foi? O que foi? Quer vir cá? Vai.
It is
Sempre
related quite a bit. I don't think we have team player, but I think we have zero stuff. And if you're interested, we can Google the road our own weapons. We are playing to research oriented. Dr. Sorry, I got to go.
No, I think I cut you off. I'm going to blame Elon Musk because I'm testing out my satellite internet today to see if it works in really bad weather. So I'm going to blame him. Anyway, Victor had a comment about effective communication. If you want to start with that, Victor, and then I'll jump in after that.
No, I just saw you guys have a lot of details, on the communication. But I think overall, I would like to add the adjective that say effective communication. I don't think there's a set rule that need to be reply an email for 24 hours, something like that. I think it's a kind of a depends on, especially when you're working on internationally, and holidays for different country and all that. So you just do your best. I mean, the effective communication could be email, could be team meetings, could be telephone call, and WhatsApp. So I think just a little bit not that detailed, but it just find the best way to communicate, because there's one thing that you need to learn or understand how I can communicate with your team player. So that's kind of what I would like to suggest.
Yeah, I like that word. I like that word effective, Victor. I think that really highlights it. That if somebody emails you and says, I need to hear back from you in the next 2 hours, then the fact that you replied in 24 hours isn't very valuable. But maybe there's a different email that you can wait a little longer on. And so it's about matching your response to the need of the person. I like how Collins emphasized that too. It's about communication is about the recipient, not about you. I think as engineers, we often we have our favorite way of doing things. Somebody might say, oh, I'm an email person, so I'm just going to send email. Well, if the person on the other end is not receiving the message, then you need to adapt. The sender of the message needs to adapt to make sure it's delivered, that your message gets across. Yeah, good points.
Yeah, because I have some experience. If sometimes you need to strategize a little bit. If you reply the email right away, sometimes they're thinking, oh, you're not really thinking about this question too much. You just reply it too quickly. So you need to be careful. Sometimes you need to think about it. And I purposely have to send out the email, a day later. So make sure the the other teammate really appreciate you're thinking about that question or something like that. So you need to think about it. It's really a art and experience on that. So.
And sometimes it's 2 emails, right? Sometimes it's one email to say, yeah, I received your message and I'm working on it, and then another one later to say, okay, here's the result.
Yep, that's even better.
Yeah, thank you. So, in my day, when we didn't have some of these communication issues because we didn't have words and letters yet, but today now we have online, and what I haven't really heard a lot about is what is the professional online etiquettes that we need to practice, because all of you are going to be out in the world. You're going to be working across this medium it's going to improve quite a bit, I'm sure, but video conferencing is going to be part of it. Your teams are going to be distributed. This was happening 20 years ago. I had students that graduated and they were working with people in China, and they were telling me about some of the issues they were having, learning how to use this medium well. We all get this chance now. So what I'm really interested in, what are the students' thoughts on the use of online tools? What's the professionalism involved there in video conferencing? MS Teams. Hand it over to the students.
So I would like to share my idea about it. Yeah. So there's a graph that shows how effective the communication is. On that graph, I think written form of communication was the worst and the least effective because it lacks some sentiment, it lacks non-verbal communication like facial expression and stuff like that. And when you climb up the graph and you go to voice, audio communication, then there's in person, where you can see the person and see the non-verbal communication as well, which is like facial expression and other stuff. So yes, in person is one of the best, but then sometimes it lacks record, so you can't really track. So the best is to combine the two. So in project management, one is really important. They advise an in-person meeting, but then you can transcript it so that you have a record of it to reflect when it's needed. So yes, the online tool like video conferencing is really, really important because it helps us see the person, see the non-verbal communication, and also you can also record the communication for future referencing, and which is really, really very, very good. And aside that, there are some other forms of communication, which is the Kanban boards or the information radiators. So these ones are very good for communicating stuff that are not really urgent, but then it keeps the team in line or in sync. Yeah, so tools like Trello, where we have the Kanban boards and then the Agile boards are really, really good for aligning a team. Yeah, when working together.
Well, Collins, I've mentioned this before, that every time you open your mouth, I find some new skill that you have that I didn't know about before. So today you've been talking a lot about project management. How did you learn all this project management stuff?
Okay, so back in the days, I realized I need project management skills since most of my work involved projects. So I went to a school on that, and I was planning to do my PMP, but time didn't permit. And
What's PMP?
The project management professional certificate, like I don't know how to put it. There's a project management institute which regulates the activities, the ethics for project management. They have a certification for the professional project management or something. It's PMP, professional project management professional. Yeah, it's a certification thing that's certified that you're a professional project. I was working toward that, and before I came here, and then when I started this course as well, my supervisor always advised me to take on that course again and apply project management, and it was really beneficial in refreshing the skill that I have gained previously. Yeah.
And would you recommend that to
Yes. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will. Say.
Thank you.
I'd like to go back to the topic as far as online. One of the things that I've heard repeatedly is that it's good, and Collins just said it. It's good to see your face when you're speaking because there's more information communicated to it. So one of the main ideas in professionalism for online is you have a camera on, and that really is an expectation. Now sometimes you can't. Okay, I get it. Sometimes you might be at home, you might be sick, you may not want to do that, or you're taking care of somebody, or whatever. I mean, there's reasons to not have it on, but whenever you can have it on, you should have it on, professionally speaking, because it shows that you are part of it. People identify your face. Even so, what I like to see, I see Collins, I see Allison, I see Dr. Stryker, Enrique. They're in class, but I also get to see their face. And the owl is imperfect technology, as we can see, but I love this when I get to see the students' faces. It makes it more personal. Thank you. I love that. I know that you can be seen by the owl when you speak, but man, it's so much more enjoyable to see people in person in the virtual world, and I think that is a professional expectation these days. When you are on international teams like Victor is, and Abe and Severe and all of us, we communicate. Sometimes I worry about this professionalism. I don't always talk to you because I got this screen and I can see your faces better, but my camera's over here, and I worry about what that message that sends. Do I look like I'm not communicating to you, not interested in you? Because this is more interest in you, but I get to see more facial expressions over here, and there's no way to put a camera right in the middle of my screen. So I think about things like that when, even to me, my work as a professor, I want to be professional to you. I want to show you interest. I want to show you that you matter. And sometimes I worry that this doesn't do that. So if you see me doing this, it's because I get to see two dogs on Andre's bed much better than I can over here. They're just little furry spots here, but my gosh, they're the size of a mountain over here. So that's what I have to say about online. And Alan, thank you. Caleb, thank you. I love seeing your faces and getting to know you as a human being rather than this disembodied voice that sometimes the owl finds. So thank you.
This has been a great conversation. I hate to bring it to an end, but I have two logistical items that we need to accomplish before we leave today. So let's see. The first one, you know what? The first one, I was going to send out a link, but I think I was going to share my screen. So give me just a sec. Sorry. Thought I was ready. So we're gonna sign up. We're gonna do a presentation schedule. So here it is. Here it comes. Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to get through 3 teams in a class session, and then we have an extra thing over on the right here called the Master of Ceremonies. We need somebody to help keep us on track each week. Master of Ceremonies' first job is to cut you off after you talk for 10 minutes. You haven't said what you have to say in 10 minutes, we're not confident you're going to get there in another 10 minutes either. So, and this is an important skill. When you go to conferences, there is a time limit and you need to be done on time. So we're going to practice that in class. So Master of Ceremonies gets the either fun or difficult task of cutting you off. It can be as fun or difficult as Master of Ceremonies makes it. We've had people bring in noisemakers. There's a lot of ways to cut somebody off. You can go stand right next to them, put your hand on their shoulder in an appropriate but very obvious way. Anyway, there's different ways to do this, but we need to be on time. That's the Master of Ceremonies gets to do that, and then they're also in charge of Q&A after that. So after you present, you're going to have about 10 minutes for questions and answers, and the Master of Ceremonies is going to direct traffic there and make sure the questions get addressed. So, who, as a team, who wants to present first, so to speak? We'll present first. And your team name is? Your very short team name, because it needs to fit in this little sentence. Kidney. Kidney. All right. Who wants to come after kidney? Kidney always connected to the...
That's my. Esse é o meu time.
Who's not on kidney's team? We'll do this team too. Okay, and your very short name is?
Logo no primeiro, pelo amor de Deus. Esse cara. Eu tô rezando aqui pra falar, não coloca. Dia 21 de setembro, meu aniversário. Dia 23 é meu aniversário. No fim de semana é meu aniversário. Nossa, e o primeiro ainda, pelo amor de Deus, os caras escolheram o primeiro time pra gente ir.
Come to this time, we'll lure it up with snacks or whatever we have to do. Who wants to do Master Ceremonies? Actually, we need 2 Master Ceremonies in this situation because we only have 2 teams. So you can't be a Master Ceremonies for your own team because we don't trust you to cut your own team off. Yeah, so one person for each team needs to do Master Ceremonies. We've got like 6 teams. You seem too friendly though. We're gonna cut each other off or. Wow, okay. All right, so that's Alan, and I'm sorry, your name is Caleb. Yeah, this is all we're
Awesome.
All right, so that's the plan for now, and we'll see what evolves. The intent is for you to present every 2 weeks, so we'll see how this fills in, but tentatively, we'll hear from you both next week, and then we'll go from there. But this file is available. I'm going to show you where it is now. So there's our channel that we're in, Thursday 9:30 class time. And then if you go up to the top and click on files, there's that presentation schedule. So that's how you find that. So I'm going to stop sharing just a sec. Dr. E's going to share a comment while I get the next thing up.
I'm going to share a comment.
You have your hand up.
I did?
Esse cara é engraçado. Ele é meu mentor, esse que tá falando, esse cinzinho. Doutor Daniel Ewart, o nome dele. Dos professores da aula.
Really quick here. Go back to what we talked about as the top 15 skills for 2025. And if you look at this, there's leadership. Number 6 is leadership and social influence, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility, emotional intelligence, persuasion and negotiation, service orientation. These are very broad words that will describe a lot of the things that's on that list. So, and then the last thing I want to say is that if you think about us as a team, overall B team, there are three things that we really focus on when you leave our program, when you graduate, either as undergraduate or graduate. We want you to have technical competence. We're going to work on that. We want you to be innovators. We want you to be able to think in new ways and bring new value. The third, and all these are all equally important, professional. We want you to be a professional. I gave you that example of a student that finished their summer, took feedback in an amazing way, just represented our program, and we're so proud of students that can capture that professionalism. So that's a lot. You have to develop technical competence, innovation skills, and professionalism. That's our goal. Back to you, Ryan.
Okay, so I put a link to this. I put the link to this in the chat. If you click that link, you will be able to view it, but not edit it. So each one of you should open that and download your own personal copy and fill it out. This is the IP agreement. So the first checkbox, everybody should check the first checkbox after everybody clicks on this link and reads about it. It's 25 pages of really wonderful legalese. But first of all, you should open that document. Second, you should scan through it, see if anything catches your eye. And the third thing is you should remember where that document is if you need to reference it in more detail. So anyway, look that over. That's the rules of the university. So the university that wrote all those rules, the lawyers that wrote all those rules have reviewed this document as well and said as long as you check one of these boxes, we're good to go into class. And so for example, I'll help you out. The Care Predict team, you would fall into the industry sponsored with financial and mentoring support category. You can only check one of these, right? Because it can't be industry sponsored with financial mentoring support and industry sponsored without financial mentoring support. It's one or the other. You need to pick your box. The kidney team, as far as I know, your team is student led, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so then you need to sign your document. You need to convince an instructor to sign your document. Once you've signed and your instructor has signed, you can submit this via Mookable as a project.
Falando sobre a gente, sobre o meu grupo.
They started working on your professional skills with software. So DocuSign is a great tool. I believe it's accessible for students as well.
Yeah, DocuSign is a tool that. Who's used DocuSign before? Anybody used DocuSign? Okay, I see. Okay, so you've probably been on the receiving end of DocuSign. UND pays money so that absolutely all of us can go in and be on the creation side of DocuSign. Put your PDF in there. You say, I want this person to sign, and I want them to put their signature right here. It's super easy because I figured out how to do it. I use it all the time to get Dr. East's signature on forms that I need. Most of them asking for money. He doesn't know how much money he owes to those documents. But anyway, so you can all, yes, that's a good point, Dr. August. You can all use DocuSign to get our signature.
Esse menino que tá aí na tela embaixo, ó, esse Caleb Gaynor, é do meu grupo ele. Típico adolescente americano, né? Olha só. Roupinha preta, bandana na cabeça. Essa menina ali também, ó, Alison Tester. Não sei como é que fala o nome dela, não. Ela também é do meu grupo.
Well, actually, in all of these categories, you should probably go sign a side agreement. So, like the industry sponsored one, you check the box. You're probably going to sign some additional agreements with the industry partner directly. But this is the one that says you understand what you're doing in the class. The student team, this document says, the main thing this document says is the university does not own your work. You own your work. But now within your team, you should talk about that and decide what does that mean within your team. Who owns it within the team? So, this is the starting point, and we'll let you carry it from there within your team as well. So let's see, we got a presentation scheduled for next week. You're gonna come ready to present, and you've got your agreement for.
For presentations, embrace what we all talked about today on professionalism. We want to see a very professional presentation, top notch. This starts showing the skills that you have in presenting, because the highest you aim for the first presentation, the highest you can climb at the end of the semester. So you're not providing feedback, your peers are not providing feedback, and the idea here is to embrace the continuous improvement process, and every week you will be better at presenting.
Yeah, last year, students that practiced the presentation over and over and over each week or every 2 weeks went to conferences. By the way, we will help get you to the conference if your work is accepted at a conference. And we've had students win awards, both cash and paper awards. So that's what we like for you, because you have that on your resume. And then you go to Victor and say, Victor, I want to work for you. And Victor says, well, what have you done? And Victor goes, wow, you've done all that? You're just a freshman or sophomore, you know? So that's what we want for you.
Okay, so I have a question. Yeah, so team members in different class. Suddenly we should present our path to lead us to them, or we should present the whole thing and be.
Like you're a special server. I have an idea for that. We come out like the big picture, and then go into the specifics that you two are speaking for that. And the big picture is going to be the same for both groups. But at least you set the room with saying that this is the project, this is the big picture, these are the things that we're concentrating right now, and these are the two efforts.
Well, and that's a good point for all the teams, that your presentation is going to be challenging, it's going to be 10 minutes, but your presentation should tell a big picture of what is your project again? Don't assume that we remember, because we don't. Every presentation should quickly tell a big picture of what is your project, what are you making,
what is your gap,
and what is your gap. You should quickly tell that. But then your presentation also needs to pivot into, each of you should have a chance to talk and say, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing, and they should be different. So don't, we've seen teams spend too much time on this is what I'm doing, and they forget to tell us what the gap is and what the big team plan is. And we've seen teams get too stuck on the marketing, and they spend so much time on the gap that we wait a minute, well, what's everybody doing about that? So you need to feel that tension and balance your time in your presentation on both of those things. Big picture, personal responsibility.
And yes, that what you're doing also includes what you are doing.
And two other things that we talked about previously. What you're doing for the next 2 weeks, we really want to see your work breakdown structure and Gantt chart in there, which is essentially what are you doing and what are you doing for the next 2 weeks. So the work breakdown structure is what are all the tasks. Gantt chart is what order are you going to do those tasks, and who is going to do each task. So it's really what we're focusing on. Each person saying, you can put up a Gantt chart, and then you take turns talking, you could point and say, that's where I am on the Gantt chart. I'm doing this task. After I do that, I know what my next task is too. And then the next person could talk. So this is where I am on the Gantt chart. This is my task. This is what I'm going to do next. So we want each of you to speak for yourself. This is not the project manager standing up and saying, God, I've got this great team, here's what they're all doing. This is each of you speaking for yourself. All what you're doing. Okay. That's time. Everybody.
Ryan and Alberto and Enrique, let's stick around and let's get Alberto's scene problem solved.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Victor.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the meeting. Appreciate it. Have a nice one.
Yeah. Good morning.
Aí. Então, pessoal, basicamente essa foi mais uma aula minha. Essa aula chama Princípios da Engenharia Biomédica, né? Princípios da Engenharia Biomédica. E é basicamente onde não tem nada a ver assim com engenharia, digamos, né? Não tem matemática nessa aula, etc. É princípios da engenharia biomédica. Eles te ensinam questões mais de ética, de como você fazer um projeto, fazer o marketing para aquele projeto, vender aquele projeto, trabalhar no, na produção daquele projeto, né, na criação, etc. Então é basicamente isso. E tem uma aula dessa todo semestre. Então até eu formar eu vou ter sempre essa mesma aula, né? Agora é 180, daqui a pouco 181, depois 280, 281. É, por aí vai. Até formar. E agora a gente decidiu aqui, né, que infelizmente o meu grupo já vai ser o primeiro a apresentar no dia 21 de setembro. Olha só, meu aniversário é dia 23. Puta merda, né, cara? A gente tá criando um kidney. Uh, rim. A gente tá criando um rim artificial. Na verdade, são duas ideias. A gente primeiro está fazendo uma pesquisa sobre sistemas de filtrações, né? A gente está pesquisando como que funciona a máquina de diálisis, esse tipo de coisa. E a gente vai ter dois approaches. Um approach a gente vai tentar criar, né, como impressora 3D um rim. Provavelmente a gente vai falhar, mas o ponto não é para o projeto ser sucesso ou não, né? Pela tentativa, as informações que a gente ganha apresentando o projeto, etc. E por causa que eu já achei que a gente poderia falhar, eu dei uma outra ideia, né? Que eu não gosto muito de falhar nas coisas, então a gente poderia fazer a segunda ação, que seria o quê? Implantar esse sistema de filtragem em uma cama, né? Por exemplo, fazer a diálisis numa cama que as pessoas podem ter em casa em vez de ficar indo para os hospitais, esse tipo de coisa. Então, é isso, né? A gente vai tentar esses dois. O primeiro deve ser muito complicado, né? A gente provavelmente não vai dar certo, mas a gente ainda ganha ponto por tentar e, né, pesquisa, etc. E depois tem o segundo, né? Que é mais fácil de fazer, não tem nada de implantar no corpo humano, é simplesmente uma coisa que já existe em um outro formato. Então, essa eu acho mais legal. Para um bando de engenheiro, isso não é difícil de fazer. Agora, implantar algo dentro do corpo humano, fazer uma impressora 3D, etc., é muito trabalho, mas a minha ideia é bem legal. Então, estou muito animado. Mas é isso, galera. Então, ficamos aí. Eu vou terminar essa live. Daqui a pouco eu vou abrir outra. Eu tenho mais um bocado de coisa para estudar hoje. Vou fazer meus paracadas de matemática. Vou pré-cálculo, né? Vou terminar os de inglês também, Composition 2. Essa aula eu não tenho nada pra fazer, só assinar os documentos. Qual a outra aula que eu tenho? Eu tenho 4 aulas esse semestre. Mechanical Engineer. Essa aula de engenharia mecânica, aliás, eu não tenho nada pra fazer, eu já entreguei meu trabalho ontem, eu fiz na live ontem, já entreguei. Então não tem nada pra fazer dela. Tenho só esses dois para casas então. Pré-cálculos e inglês. Terminar os dois, amanhã trabalho. Mas é isso, galera. Obrigado aí por assistirem o vídeo, espero que tenham gostado. Essa aula é online. Esse semestre, na verdade, eu peguei todas as aulas online. Semestre passado eu tava todas presenciais. Esse semestre, aliás, minto. Semestre passado eu tinha 4 aulas presenciais e uma online. Tinha 5 aulas. Esse semestre eu puxei só 4 aulas e puxei todas online. Então, eu tô curtindo, muito melhor. É a mesma coisa, quando eu vi que, tipo assim, tinha gente que atendia online pela câmera, vocês viram? Tem várias pessoas lá, os professores estão na faculdade, vários alunos na faculdade, por que eu vou ficar perdendo meu tempo, dirigir, etc? É legal? Mas essa faculdade, a aula online deles, eu gosto muito, não é nada, tipo assim, só online, você se vira. Como vocês viram, tem aula segunda, quarta, sexta, terça também tem. Sempre assim, junto, então eu sinto como se fosse presencial, né? O professor tava até falando, eu gosto que as pessoas liguem a câmera, né? Pra ele saber quem é cada um e tal. Mas é isso, acho que eu vou continuar assim daqui pra frente. Porra, economizo dinheiro, economizo tempo, muito melhor. E ainda dá pra assistir a aula depois, né? Ah, se bem que antes também dava, porque ficava gravado. Mas enfim, galera, é isso, hein? Tamo junto. A gente vai desligar aqui. E vamos ver, né? Mas é isso aí, tamo junto, hein? Aquele abraço a todos, que Deus abençoe vocês. É nóis, 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 nóis.